Welcome, Grenada, Carrico, Pitimonte, and the rest of the world. Welcome to another Mikey Live program, people. This is where it all happens, the good, the bad, and the Mikey. We are here to tell you about what's taking place in Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, the other parts of the world. First, we waste no time with the business. If you are somebody who's viewing the program for the first time, thank you for so doing. Don't make it your last. And for those of you who are really loyal to the program and you're always tuned in, I'd like to say thank you for so doing, people. Let's get into what's making the news for today. We ain't staying long on the program tonight. It's Friday. We are Soka Mona. Anyway, Ministry of Health has quarantined the 5th person at Grenada's airport. Woman charged with arson sent to prison on remand. And woman is still missing after 6 weeks of the first missing persons bulletin. Now, 17 years of peace march in Carriacou will tell you about that. 21-year-old man charged in Four Roads shooting denied bail. And a Chinese plane landed at the Maurice Bishop International Airport early Friday morning. That's the talk out there. We'll talk about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live. If you have not yet done so, I'd like to encourage you beautiful people to please share the program. You see, when you share the program, you become like an ambassador for the program and other people gets to know that we are live. So go ahead and share the business. We will be right back, and I gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the good folks at Nawasa, Digicel, and WPG10. We shall be back shortly.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Granite, St. George.
Grenada is the place to be June 5th to 7th for the highly anticipated Grenada Music Festival 2020, featuring 2-time Grammy Award winners Kool and the Gang, Coco T, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Arturo Tappan, Crossfire, Nadia Batson, Wes Ways, Vaughn, and the Dancehall Emperor, Chavo Ranks. 3 nights of amazing music, great food, and pure Grenada hospitality. Grenada Music Festival 2020, June 5th to 7th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights at hotel today. This ad is sponsored by the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Golden Mass invites you to the launch of The Realm, home of the supreme gods and goddesses. Join us as we display our spectacular costume designs for Spice Mass 2020. March 7th, Spice Basket, featuring the best entertainers. Our ambassadors, Natty and Tunda, Jab King, Chaos and LED. Our hype man the night. Kevin Crown from New York, Select a Beast, and Smiley. Gates open at 9 p.m. Grab your tickets at Grenadian Optical, The Occasion, Big Barbershop, Double Up, and online at GoToFed.com. Sponsored by Fast Cash, SwiftPack, Body Image, Junction Bar and Grill, Monster, Jackpot City, Go to Fed, Party Grenada, and Boss FM. March 7th, Spice Basket. Welcome to the realm. To the realm. To the realm.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you again and welcome. And those of you who are in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are also welcoming you on the program. My Benjamin Colvin, thank you for joining us. Now, let's get into what's making the news for tonight. Now, the first thing up is that we learned that a Grenadian student who returned from mainland China, returned to Grenada from mainland China this afternoon, was placed in quarantine after health officials identified the student as a person of interest based on established guidelines and protocols in response to the COVID-19. Now, on arrival, the individual was met by a team of public health officials from the Ministry of Health and was escorted to the Port Health at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, MBIA, where the relevant actions was taken. This brings to 5 the total number of persons quarantined so far. And we will have more information on that for you in tonight's national report. Now, a woman, Gillian Lampkin, 46, of St. Andrew, who was charged with 2 counts of arson for a recent fire at Sobeys, has been remanded to Her Majesty's prisons. Now, her next court appearance will be on March 12, 2020. You would remember that 2 houses was engulfed in flames, and she was the person who was accused of setting that fire to the dwelling home of someone she knew very well, which then caused the nearby house to catch fire as well. It caught fire and was also engulfed. Now, you would remember several weeks ago we told you about a woman that is missing, and she's been making the news ever since. She is still missing, folks, and the police wants you to be on the lookout for her. Now, her family members think that she might still be alive despite the fact that she's been missing for so long. So again, they are calling on you to help them locate Miss Cecilia Mungo, 78 years, and she's of Mardi Gras, St. David. Now, Mungo left her home on Tuesday, 7th January 2020 and has not returned since. She's approximately 5 feet 3 inches in height, medium built, and dark in complexion. Anyone seeing Cecilia Mungo or has any information about her whereabouts, you're asked to contact the St. Paul's Police Station at 440-3224, CID at 440-3921, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or you may also call the nearest police station. The last thing we heard, there were some persons who were claiming that they saw her at Perseverance area. That was about 2 weeks or so ago. Several searches of that area proved futile, and still they're hoping that she's alive, and they are calling on you to please assist them in finding her. And my theory about missing persons who may suffer with memory loss or any such ailments are, although they rarely roam very far. In very rare cases, you would find that they roam far. Sometimes, more often than not, when they roam in familiar places, right? And so sometimes we have to kind of like weed out the distractions and stick to the theories that have been proven. Yeah. I would do, if I had anything to do with this, I would go right back at home again. Go right back at home and start searching from these areas. Yeah, if no one saw her within a 3-mile radius, at least within the first 3 or 4 days of her being missing, I highly doubt she's farther than that 3-mile radius. That's just my theory as well. And I have looked at many cases of this kind in small islands, and this theory proves correct many times, that at least if no one sees them within a 3-4 mile radius, within a 3 or 4 day period, then chances are that they have not gone past that radius. So let's go again. Despite what any others may say, let's go back. Start from scratch and start back from internally and go out. All right? But I hope that she can still be found alive. We are moving on. Now, folks, the next thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, we have to tell you good stories too. 17 years of peace march. This day today marks the 17th time a school on the Sister Isle is having a peace march. And for that, they have to be commended. You understand? No, this march was first held because of a staff member who had lost his life to violence. Back in 2002, Mr. Christopher Charles. And since then, the school has been putting on this march. So, of course, we have to tell you about it, all right? Peace is important. And the school has committed to this. So, I mean, join me in congratulating the Hillsborough Secondary School for putting on this march and showing that despite the years, they will continue to fight for peace. Here's a brief moment of today's march.
The voice of Hillsborough Secondary, bringing to you peace and beyond. This is our 17th year of our peace march. 17 years of our peace march. And we promote peace for the season, because it was in 2002 that we lost a fellow brother, a fellow member of staff, Christopher Charles, due to violence. Let us promote peace, promote love for one another.
Peace, love, respect for one another. Great message there. 17 years of that peace march. We are moving on. All year. How are we looking for a time? We want to thank as well the KOMG production for that short excerpt. And my friend said he was in that secondary school when that teacher was killed. Yes? All right, folks, we're moving on. You know, when this program going on, there's so many messages we get from our viewers, you know. All right, Olio. You know, we have something that we call the In the Papers segment, and what we do is that we pick up some of the papers and we go through it and we see what's going on there. All right? Now, I like a thing on my bed there, man. All that tell me, I mean, all the dread too, you know. All see a little popcorn on my bed. Nobody does say, Mikey, a little popcorn on my bed. Anyway. Yeah, like the kettle popcorn you're buying in the supermarket, buy that thing bad. All right, so the first story that we have to tell you, we're going to take that story from the Grenada informer. All right. The informer. See there, right? Good. No, informer messing up the the paper messing up my screen. Why is that one that? Okay. So the informer features a story regarding a 21-year-old who has been charged in Four Roads shooting incident. All right. So let's see what's going on here in the papers. 21-year-old man from the village of Vendome in St. George, who appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Tuesday in connection with the January 22nd shooting incident in Four Roads, has been denied bail. Tryon Charles, a young man who was branded as wanted by the Royal Grenada Police Force following the Four Roads shooting, was told that he would remain behind bars at a magistrate's prison until his next court date, which is on March 6, 2020. Now, this follows strong objections to a request for bail made on his behalf by defense lawyer Ali Gill. Now, the application was made before Acting Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis, who presided over the proceeding at the No. 1 Magistrates Court. Now, Gill contended that his client maintains his innocence and therefore his liberty is of paramount importance. Now, the defense lawyer went on to say that despite his client's previous records, he is no flight risk. He further added that his client did what he had to by turning himself over to the police the moment he got to know that he was listed as a wanted man. The lawyer further argued to the court that concerns can be alleviated by putting the necessary conditions in place to ensure compliance. Among those suggested were surrendering of travel documents, reporting conditions, and no contact with the virtual complainant. Now, the prosecution's objection to having Charles placed on bail was based on a number of factors. Among them, Charles's past record, his attempt to evade the police after the shooting, the weapon allegedly used in the shooting is yet to be found, and the possibility of Charles not showing up for his and all have me reading that. Next story, yeah? Me making joke about a story. Yeah, bid. Let me leave that one alone. They don't find the weapon yet, and all they have me reading that. No. Next story. A child of mine. Another one. In the paper segment, man hospitalized following a gang attack in the heart of the city. All right. I'll page that on there now. You don't tell me what page. It doesn't tell me the page. Details next. They all man. All you watch that. Newspaper turn up. But man hospitalized following a gang attack in the heart of the city. Oh, look at it here, right? Look at it here. Man hospitalized following a gang attack in the city. And in small, it says details next issue. Yo! So you go down and buy the paper and you see the thing there and say, okay, let me see what I say about the man in the hospital. I'll read it later. When they reach over, they're looking for the story. Oh, God, you're telling me. Okay. Audio. So we're going to the next paper now, the Grenada Today. Sorry, the New Today. All right. And it tells me, Cletus St. Paul's under police investigation. All right. Now it says here that police in Grenada on Tuesday night formally opened a criminal case of sexual misconduct against Cletus St. Paul, the most senior member of the security detail around the island's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell. See the thing there? All the papers messing up my screen, so now put it up. You see messing it up? Anyway. A woman believed to be in her early 40s walked into the Criminal Investigations Department, the CID of the Royal Grenada Police Force, at approximately 4:30 p.m. to make an official statement of sexual assault against St. Paul, who was the chief bodyguard for Marxist Prime Minister Maurice Bishop during the 1979 to 1983 Grenada Revolution. The New Today was told that the woman whose name is being withheld by this newspaper met with a female officer attached to the sexual crime unit, and the interview lasted for approximately 2.5 hours. They say more on page 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. This development comes less than a week after the New Today broke the story about the alleged sexual assault on the woman by the top security officer, who is believed to be also serving as a national security advisor to the Prime Minister Mitchell. Now, sources told this newspaper that the woman took the decision to file the complaint with the police after a meeting Saturday evening with a senior lawyer who is now looking after her interests, and a local pastor who has been giving her counseling. Now, according to are you following me, right? Okay, there we go. According to a well-placed source, the woman told the police officer that she was put in contact with St. Paul last year by the Prime Minister after meeting him at a constituency office in the New Hampshire area, as she was looking for state land to which to put her small house. The woman is alleging that St. Paul sexually assaulted her on November 16 when he visited her home to pick her up to go and view a plot of government land in Buseju, which is within the Prime Minister St. George's Northwest constituency. In her statement, the victim claimed that she went back to the constituency office in December to meet again with the Prime Minister to inform him about the sexual assault on her by his top security aide. The source said that Dr. Mitchell did not direct the woman to file a sexual assault case against St. Paul with the police, but took the decision to take the land matter out of the hands of his security personnel and give it to a lady in the office of the Prime Minister. And it goes on and on and on and on, all right? The complainant reportedly told the female police officer that she had to put up a struggle with St. Paul while her 18-month child was on her shoulder, and that he used it. Okay, all right. We'll leave that part there. If you want to, the rest speaks in detail of what's alleged to be the complaint by the woman, and so we will stop here, and you can actually go to purchase the newspaper on the stands. All right, support the papers, you know. What are they? Keeps, I don't know what that way. All right, so yes, so you can go purchase the New Today paper and organize all the business and purchase the Informer as well. Now, I also saw the New Today publish a story a moment ago. Well, when I say a moment ago, sometime today, right? Based on all the information that we give you on the In the Paper segment, we cannot independently verify those information because these are the papers and they have their sources and they do their investigation into their stories, okay? Now, the incident that we are about to tell you is alleged to happen today. The New Today can confirm that a plane carrying a small amount of Chinese nationals landed at the Maurice Bishop International Airport in the wee hours of Friday morning. Well-placed sources told this newspaper that ex-policeman Frederick Bala Noel, the former chief bodyguard of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, was seen at the airport picking up the arriving Chinese nationals. When contacted, Noel admitted that he did pick up the Chinese from the plane, but declined to say where he took them on the grounds of security. Asked if he wore a mask to protect himself in light of the deadly coronavirus now ravaging China, the ex-bodyguard said that there was no need to do that since the visiting Chinese were examined by a nurse stationed at the airport. The New Today spoke to the acting chief medical officer, the CMO in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Francis Martin, who said that he was unaware of the Chinese entering Grenada, and he gave an undertaking to look into the matter. The Keith Mitchell-led New National Party administration has joined other member governments within the Caribbean Community CARICOM in imposing travel bans direct from mainland China. In addition, government has moved to quarantine for 14 days all returning nationals from China. Dr. Martin said that he would have a look into the information provided to him to ascertain whether the latest batch of Chinese came directly from China or another country. Within an hour, Dr. Martin called to say that he had looked into the matter and was satisfied that the people who came on the plane did not pose any threat to Grenada. When asked if the passengers on board the plane were arriving Chinese nationals, the CMO was rather evasive and would not confirm or deny. Dr. Martin reiterated that the passengers did not pose any health risks to Grenadians and suggested that the New Today contact the operations manager at the MBIA to get the particulars about the arriving plane. The newspapers was not successful in reaching the senior MBIA official, although a message was left with her office. About 3 weeks ago, Grenadians expressed grave concerns when news broke that a Chinese plane had arrived at the Maurice Bishop International Airport carrying a number of Chinese businessmen. The New Today cannot confirm whether it was the same plane with Chinese businessmen that came into the country 3 weeks ago. Now, the Ministry of Health statement issued on February 2nd said that there will be new entry restrictions for individuals traveling from China due to the ongoing novel coronavirus, the COVID. All right, and it goes on and on and on. So you can, no, it doesn't have a lot more, so probably I can read it in its entirety, right? Let's go. Any non-national who has traveled history to mainland China within the past 14 days, either originating or in transit, will not be allowed entry at any local port. All nationals with similar travel history will be placed under a 14-day quarantine as a precaution. As of Sunday, February 9th, no cases of coronavirus have been confirmed in Grenada. It is unclear how long the new entry restrictions will remain in place. That's the information that we received from the New Today. In fact, it's I don't see it on the paper here, but it is on their website, and it was circulated today. Again, we cannot independently verify at this time the information in this circular. All right, and we have more information for you, but in the interest of time, probably we will switch to our next segment. We also had the remaining stories that we have, we will post on our website for now. All right, we are pressed for time. I want you to get the opportunity to check out your Soca Monarch and stuff like that, and we have a few things to happen before we leave. All right, so the next thing that we have on the program for you folks, it is a man who is on the street washing vehicles and have such talent that is amazing only if discovered by the right person. This is on the streets of Trinidad and Tobago.
They are known by the calypsos nowadays. It's getting real nasty. Man, taking precious time to sit down to write Nancy's story. And some of them songs you hear in these days you have no memory. See, although I find you should not neglect the industry. As a man with a unique style of singing and writing commentary. Although 20,000 crocus bar could not hold your money. But you keep all the rest of your Calypsonians to say that you're petty. She say I not forget the radio announcers who let her promote them vulgar songwriters, playing them 24 hours and destroying young people's future. She say I not forget the greedy producers who let her bring down them Jamaican biggest stars. Cause when Carnival come around, I want you to write a Calypso song. Because it is a burning shame when I listen our past. The type of songs that I would have thrown in the labas. Unknown is only rubbish they singing, my friend, again and again. And I don't know when this nonsense will come to an end. My boy said, she said not so, you must go and audition and make a positive contribution. And once you succeed, please deliver this message to man.
Aye!
Jeremy said that so. It's what make this world go wrong. Come through song, make good get good message across. Jeremy tell them so. Sometimes make the beat grow strong. But a good song don't get rid of negative force. She said to tell the writers to write a calypso with an example that one could follow. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, oh yeah. Come on, come on, come on, yeah. Look, come on, come on, come on. That's right, a good song.
Right. Yo! Whoa! Would you believe this? Just a guy on the street washing them cars. If this song gets to a stage, this is the crown he sees, just give the man the crown. I kid you not. You don't get that kind of thing every day. That's a calypso. That's a song. It's not a nursery rhyme. And it speaks to the core of the calypso plight. Anyway, that's our entertainment piece for tonight. Folks, what we do right now, we go into our break. And when we come back, we've got the National Report.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes. From as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Brannan, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Grenada is the place to be June 5th to 7th for the highly anticipated Grenada Music Festival 2020, featuring two-time Grammy Award winners, Kool and the Gang, Coco T, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Arturo Tappan, Crossfire, Nadia Batson, Was Ways, Vaughn, and the Dancehall Emperor, Chavo Ranks. 3 nights of amazing music, great food, and pure Grenada hospitality. Grenada Music Festival 2020, June 5th to 7th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights at hotel today. This ad is sponsored by the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
All right, folks, it is now time for the National Report.
Ministry of Health quarantines a 5th person at Grenada's airport. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With With the details to the news for Friday, February 21st, I am Rakisha St. Louis. A Grenadian student who returned home from mainland China this afternoon was placed in quarantine after health officials identified the student as a person of interest based on established guidelines and protocols in response to the COVID-19. On arrival, the individual was met by a team of public health officials from the Ministry of Health and was escorted to the Port Health at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, where the relevant actions were taken. This brings to 5 the total number of persons quarantined so far. GIS can confirm that the Ministry of Health and the Maurice Bishop International Airport have enhanced their surveillance protocols so that active surveillance is carried out to ensure that the system can identify and detect travelers of interest. The government of Grenada is taking the threat of COVID-19 very seriously and as such has taken several measures aimed at protecting the country and its citizens. The Ministry of Health reiterates that all safety measures and protocols currently being implemented are intended to safeguard the best health interest of all Grenadians and non-Grenadians. The Ministry of Health commends all frontline personnel engaged in this national public health response and reiterates its fullest support for them. Meanwhile, health authorities are reminding the general public that while the risk for Grenada remains low, they should continue to exercise caution and practice proper hygiene and follow the advice of the Health Ministry. Over the past few days, health officials released 3 persons who were in quarantine in keeping the mandatory 14-day quarantine protocol guidelines. UN trade and development experts have commended Grenada on its implementation rate of the World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement. Grenada has already implemented 75% of measures leading to implementation since becoming a signatory in 2014. This was revealed at the closing of a trade empowerment training program held this week as Grenada continues to find ways to improve the way it is doing business, especially cross-border trade. Alexandre Laroche-Malty, who is attached to the UN Conference on Trade and Development, commended Grenada for an excellent job on implementing measures to improve the standard of trade.
The first part was about finalizing the National Trade Facilitation Roadmap for Grenada. The second part on Wednesday and Thursday was about training the trainers. So those were local trade facilitation champions that will be certified by UNCTAD to train the future new members of the committee.
The next focus, he says, is to ensure compliance.
Grenada has done a lot of work already. About 73% of the measures of the Trade Facilitation Agreement of the WTO have been already implemented in Grenada, according to Grenada's notifications to the WTO. So there are some measures under Category B requiring some period of transition. Grenada will be able to implement those by itself, just needs some additional time. And then few other measures, about 8 measures, will need some financial and technical assistance in addition to a period of transition to make sure that Grenada will be able to implement those. So in the future, in upcoming months, Grenada will be submitting requests for assistance and financial and technical assistance to make sure that Grenada becomes compliant with those measures.
Director of Trade Junior Mahan is happy that Grenada is ahead of others in terms of implementation. He says national consultations will be held in the coming months and years as there is still time to improve Grenada's doing business ranking.
Based on our submission to the WTO in terms of our implementation period, we have implementation dates of 2021 to 2028 to implement those commitments, and during that time we will be having intensive consultation at the national level through the National Trade Facilitation Committee to implement those commitments. One of the things that we'll be looking at is seeking donor assistance to implement those commitments that we need technical and financial assistance to implement as we move forward.
This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
Kayak Mass 2020. February 15th to February 25th. An array of events making one spectacular carnival. Saturday, February 15th. Children Mass, Frolic, and the Big Show. Thursday, February 20th. Queen Show Night. February 21st. Soca Monarch. Saturday, 22nd. Jab Convention. Calypso and Groovy. Sunday, February 23rd. Monday, Juve and Monday Night Mass. Tuesday, February 25th. Shakespeare Mass. And the last lap. All the major MCs and DJs will be inside Kayak Mass 2020. Make reservations and book now.
Welcome back. 52 young men and women have been fully certified in life skills and other training as they graduated from the Fostering Level-Headed Youth Program, FLY. The graduation was held at the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School on Thursday, February 20th, and was fully funded by the government of Grenada. This project seeks to provide training in soft and direct skills areas to at-risk youth in various communities. The joint graduation ceremony for participants of Mamacan and Pearl St. Andrew who participated in the project. They were presented with their certificates of accomplishment following 3 months of intense life skills training in numeracy, literacy, small business, and 3 months of CVQ certification in general construction and commercial food preparation. All participants will also receive CVQ certificates from the National Training Agency, the NTA. Honorable Kate Lewis, in addressing the participants, commended their efforts and implored upon them to be agents of change despite the many challenges of the project. Project FLY is an integrated one-year community-based training program targeting 25 at-risk youth, ages 18 to 30 years old. Finally, in the news, the combined communities of Belmont, Bellevue, and Harveyville in Carriacou are still savoring the sweet taste of victory after their representative, Miss Naomi Fraser, walked away with the title of Carriacou Carnival Queen on Thursday night.
Some learned to listen. Some understood the beat, but didn't move. Some moved irrespective of the complexity of the rhythm. We all have to dance to the rhythm of the drum. From Master Day to liberation, unto freedom, education, and production. Let the drums roll.
Ms. Fraser and 4 other young ladies graced the stage for their introduction in swimwear, carnival costume, talent, and evening gown. Lily Alexander from Soubise is first runner-up, and Donette Peters from Grenville is the second runner-up. The other 2 participants were April Coutain from Brunswick and Theresa Richards from Wynwood. Tonight is soca action at the Hillsborough Tennis Court. 11 artists will seek to dethrone reigning monarch King Killer B. On Sunday, Groovy and Calypso will take center stage. The defending Groovy monarch is Golden, and the defending Calypso monarch is Killer B. We wish all the artists all the best. That story just ended the national report for today, Friday, February 21st. Let's recap the top story. Ministry of Health quarantines a 5th person at Grenada's airport. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right, thank you very much, Rikisha, and everyone else who were part of the production of the national report. We want to say thank you. And let's just take a quick look at the weather. All right, let's see what's going on there with the weather. And of course, the details were submitted by the Met Office. Now, the weather generally fair and hazy with the occasional partly cloudy spells. And the maximum temperature for today, 30.5 degrees Celsius, and the minimum 23 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Now seas, Slight to moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. And that's your weather for tonight. We expect again the minimum temperature to be about 23 degrees Celsius. And as for tomorrow, it is forecast that the weather will be generally fair and hazy, becoming partly cloudy overnight. Minimum temperature tomorrow, 23 degrees Celsius and a max of 30.5. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And again, a marine advisory will remain in effect for Saturday. And so that's it for your weather, and that's it for me for tonight here on Mikey Live. We wish everyone a great weekend. And before we go, Hazel, Zaka, Shireen, Monica, Trevelyn, Joyous and Rose and Mom and Veron and Jane and Mishi, I want to say thank you. Colette and Lynette and Irma, thank you. Peter, Kireen and Eunice as well. We want to say hello to Spice and Louisa and Raven. How are you? Miss Greens and everyone else. My mom, Mike, and everyone else. Lintona, thank you for watching. Rena, thank you for watching as well. And we're going to touch base tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but on Monday, God's willing. If there's need for us to be back, if there's need for us to be back during the course of the weekend, then by all means. Somebody asked you how I run in, so I want you guys to get an opportunity to catch the groovy and the power, to do all your stuff, right? So I usually say that I'll give you a few minutes for yourself, and so that's me just committing to that. So you are being dismissed earlier than normal today. God bless you guys, and do be safe with whatever you do, all right? Whether it is that you're enjoying your carnival in Carriacou and Peter Monic, or Trinidad and Tobago, or Dominica, do have a good one. God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves and your family. One life to live. Be deliberate about it and live it today as if it were your last, but be responsible. Take care. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, ja! No. See you later.